Alright, what's going on, everybody? Welcome in. This is BabyNation.com back here with another video. I do appreciate you guys for coming in tonight. We really appreciate that. Of course, so make sure, guys, if you guys haven't already, make sure to hit the like, subscribe button. Make sure to join the Discord. Link is in the description. Make sure you guys go follow me on Twitch at Murder27. I do plan to be live tonight since the game got canceled out today. I do plan to be live for tonight, so make sure you guys come join me. I'll probably be live around like 8 o'clock tonight. I'll probably do Fortnite tonight because I haven't done that in a good bit. So that's probably what we're going to be doing tonight. So like I said, make sure you guys hit the like, subscribe button, join the Discord. We really do appreciate the support. Appreciate you guys for being part of the channel. I appreciate you guys for getting us closer to our dream 500 sub goal. We are so close. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please help us out. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, join the Discord for all upload videos and stuff like that. Alright, guys, we got our conference semifinals predictions here after we're done with the first round. Yes, this video is coming out a little bit later, probably because this video is it's probably gonna take a long time to get. It's gonna take pretty long for this video to come out because it's an NBA prediction video. So make sure you guys just stay tuned with us on that. If you guys haven't checked out my first round predictions, that was the previous video. It's still the previous video, so make sure to check that out. Also, make sure you guys go check out Smash Bros. Saturday. That'll be coming out tomorrow, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. I already pre-recorded that out for this week, and it will be live tomorrow at 3:30. So make sure you guys go check out for that. And you guys will get to see what character I'm using tomorrow. So make sure you guys do that for sure. But we have a good one here. We have a lot of good series. We got 4 games, so we have 4 series to predict here. Like I said, this is not the regular season, so I can actually take some time to end this. I don't know why I don't do this as often, but I can actually take some time and actually talk about the series and which each team needs to do. So we'll actually have time for that. But yeah, hopefully everybody's enjoying the playoffs. The NBA playoffs have been pretty damn good throughout the first round, so it's been a lot of pretty entertaining games. So we get to see what the second round holds for us. And this actually was a tough conference semifinals picks. I'll be honest, it was pretty difficult to predict who was going to win all these games. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get it going here. Let's go ahead and check out the leaderboard here real quick. The leaderboard, if you guys are wondering, like I said, we do the extra points. If you get this series 100% correctly, you will get extra points up here on the leaderboard. And to me, what's impressive is that everybody is in double figures. I mean, everybody has 10 or higher. That's pretty damn impressive throughout the first round. But yeah, like I said, this is first round. I did add some bonus points. So you got the series actually correctly. Yeller right now is in front with 14. He actually did get, I think he got 3 first round series predictions actually right, so that means he got 3 bonus points. But anyway, he's at 14. He's playing really well. He hasn't lost in the in-season tournament. He's really balling out right now. So Yeller leading in charge. Second place is 1 point behind Yeller. We Chase, Sainty, and Garrett. They're a little tiebreaker right there. And then we got third place with 11 between me, Cam, and Aiden. And the fourth place will be Bryson. But like I say, he's still at 10. So that's still a pretty good number. And this is anyone's game still. This is anyone's game. You could get the series wrong. Like, if Yeller gets one wrong finally, which I don't think he has done yet. And Bryson, he gets a series right. He gets a bonus point. He's back within 2. So yeah, this is still anybody's game. Still a lot of basketball to be played here. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get to it, shall we? All right. Let's go ahead and get to the things a little bit. All right. First round, or I should say part 1 of second round, we have the 4-seeded Indiana Pacers taking on against the 1-seeded Cleveland Cavaliers. The Indiana Pacers coming off a pretty dominant series. Overall, these two teams are coming off a pretty dominant series. The Pacers ended up beating the Milwaukee Bucks in 5 games. They looked pretty damn good. Their offense looked pretty damn good throughout the whole series, and I thought their defense was playing actually pretty well because the Pacers are not really known as a defensive team, but they have been playing well on that side of the ball, so I'll give them credit there. Moving on to Cleveland Cavaliers, they took things easily against the Miami Heat in the first round, just absolutely just beat the shit out of them, and that series is over before it even started, it looked like. But like I said, no disrespect to Miami, but I'm just saying that series looked rough from the beginning. But yeah, this series could be interesting. Now, one thing I am looking to this series is how healthy the Cleveland Cavaliers are, because if you guys are just wondering, the Cavaliers are a little bit injured. We saw that in the first round. Maybe towards like game 3 and game 4, they were a little bit banged up. Darius Garland, he missing some time. I think he has a toe injury. Not Max Drew. Evan Mobley missed some time. I don't know what his injury status is, or I don't know when anything's gonna be back, or anyone's gonna be back. But he has an injury, and then one more player is injured. Oh, DeAndre Hunter. He was injured as well. So, and I know they're gonna be out for not significant time, but they're going to be out for the start of this series, I would say. So is that something that will come back to bite Cleveland? I don't know. They're playing against any other Pacers team, and a lot of people are like out here taking the Pacers lightly. This Pacers team actually has been playing really well. They look like that team they were last year. They look like an Eastern Conference rival. Eastern Conference rising. Remember they went to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. Right now they're playing like that. So he's like, you got to give all the credit reserved. But yeah, let's see who we got here, man. Like I said, I'm expecting this to be a good series. I think it should be close. But yeah, let's see what we got. Yellow right now, our leader, he's taking the Cavs and he's taking them in 7. So that's a pretty good bit there. Like I said, if the second round has already started by the time I'm getting this video out, but I am pre-recording this 2 days later. But like I previously said, this video could be out a little bit later than advertised. Cam is taking the Cavs in 6. Okay. G's got the Cavs in 7 as well. I mean, this one could go either way here. Aiden's going Cavs in 7. Bryce, he's taking the risk. Well, I wouldn't really necessarily call it a risk, but he's taking the Pacers in 7. That's understandable. The Pacers, I mean, game 7 would be in Cleveland, but like I said, the Pacers, they very much could take advantage of the Cavs being injured, and with the 3 key players being injured in the series. So I completely understand it. I get it. Sandy's going to Cavs in 6. He said hopefully he takes him out because the Pacers lost to the Bucks. So I'm pretty sure we all knew the direction he was going to go there. Same thing with Cam. Chase is going Cavs in 7 as well. I'm going to go Cavs in 7 as well, man. I'm expecting this to be a really close series. Should go back and forth. Now, if the Cavs are not healthy, then I might have to go with the Pacers. In this one, but it to me, it just depends on how healthy or when does Evan Mobley, DeAndre Hunter, and Darius Garland come back. So yeah, that's gonna be a main key difference there about that series. Knicks and Celtics. This is I don't know what to say about this series. I really don't like. If we look back at the regular season, the Knicks have not beaten the Celtics this year. I mean, and we talked about the New York Knicks all the time. The Knicks actually struggle against really good teams. We're talking about one of the best teams in the league. And if you go back to the New York Knicks regular season, they lost to teams I think they got swept by OKC, they got swept by Denver. They got swept by the Cleveland Cavaliers. They got swept by the Celtics. They got swept by the it's just too many good teams that the Knicks have just got swept to, and that could be a good early concern for the Knicks. Now, what I do like about the Knicks is they have a lot of crunch time players onto the roster, and that could provide some pressure to the Celtics. But at the same time, Celtics have home court advantage in this series. And like I said, the Celtics have not lost to the Knicks yet this year. So, but at the same time, I just think like the Celtics have better depth, but at the same time, the Knicks do have a chance to win. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what you guys got on this one. Kane's going Celtics in 5. Okay, I mean that's kind of understandable. Like I said, the Knicks have not been the Celtics this year. Garrett's taking the Celtics in 6. All right. Aiden's Celtics in 6. Bryce Celtics in 5. Sandy's taking the Celtics in 6. Yep, he's taking Celtics in 6. Shays is taking Celtics in 7. He's actually do think the Knicks are gonna push him a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pick the Celtics as well here. Let's see. Yeller's taking the Celtics in 7. 7? Yeller's going 7. Okay, the Celtics in 7. Yeah, like I said, I really want to pick the Knicks to win the series, and to be honest, I hope I'm wrong about this, but like I said, you guys know me, how I hate the Celtics, and you know what's funny? A lot of people have been like, a lot of people have been saying like, do I actually hate the Celtics? Just hate the Celtics? No, I don't. I like their players on their team. Like I don't mind the players. I just hate the organization. So that's just about me on that one. But yeah, I am gonna take the Celtics here. I'm gonna take them in 6. I do think the Knicks are capable of winning 2 games in the series, but I don't think they're gonna. I'm not really expecting the Knicks to win the series. But if they do, I'll be happy, and I am rooting for the Knicks. But like I previously said, I don't really expect them to win the series, and I'll be kind of surprised if they do win this series. So, like I said, especially playing against a team that they haven't beat this year. So, I'll take the Celtics here. This is a guarantee. Like I said, they're normally when there's guarantees in the playoffs, that's really not the greatest way to go, because especially in the postseason. But you know what? It's just I just have that gut feeling. It's just saying that Boston is just going to overwhelm New York, and I'm hoping I'm wrong. And like I said, I'm rooting for the Knicks. I hope the Knicks win, but you know what, it is what it is. Sometimes it just goes like that sometimes. So, but everybody on the Celtics on this one, like I said, not the most favorable thing about guarantees in the playoffs, but you know what, it is what it is. So everybody going Celtics on this one. All right, who we got up next? Ooh, nice. All right, let's go ahead and head up to the west side of things. We got Denver, we got Oklahoma City, and there's some shit I have to say about this. Denver, that was a good 7-game series against the Clippers. I knew that series was going to be good. I got that series right on the dot. I said Denver in 7. That was exactly correct. Denver was great. Denver looked like that championship team that we saw 2 years ago. I will say that. But at the same time, OKC beat the shit out of Memphis. I won't say beat the shit because they were actually getting their shit rocked in Game 3 by the Memphis Grizzlies, but they unfortunately got that win, and they ended up getting that one in a sweep. Now you could make an argument and say that series should have been a sweep if John Morant was fully healthy. You might would have think that would have went to 6 at the best. I don't think it would go to 7, but I think you could make an argument and say that series probably would have went to 6 if John Morant was healthy. But you know what it is. And then Denver. Here's the thing. I know a lot of people are probably picking OKC in this series, and like I understand that, and I think OKC should be the favorites. But here's the thing about Denver. Denver does have that championship pedigree. They still have that championship team. Their starting 5 is still on that championship team, and that's what OKC does not have. OKC doesn't have that championship level team that Denver has. Not saying they're as good, but I'm just saying that Denver's roster has won a championship before. OKC is the roster that's probably new and still upcoming that has not won a championship yet. They have playoff experience, but they have not won a championship. Denver has. So that's just kind of something to me that's kind of like sticking up my mind a little bit. But at the same time, OKC has home court advantage. You know, winning games in OKC is probably one of the hardest things to do this season. So if Denver can go out and maybe get a hot start in the series, maybe just steal maybe one in OKC if they can, and then see what they can do from there at home, maybe they might have a shot here. But man, like I said, Denver. If Denver was the home team of the series, I would probably feel more comfortable about it. But since they're the away team of the series, I don't really know how I'm feeling about this. Like I said, Denver does have a roster to compete with OKC. They went They split at 2 apiece in the regular season. But the question is, can Denver go out there and win games in OKC, especially how their defense has been performing? I don't know. Denver's defense has not really been that great. OKC's offense has been amazing all season long. So let's see what we got here. Bryson is actually going with Denver. He said Denver in 6. That is a shocker. I'm gonna tell you that right now. That is a shocker. He's going Denver in 6. Cam's going Thunder in 5. Then Denver just simply doesn't have enough. Okay. Garrett's going Thunder in 6. Okay. Aiden's also going to go with Denver. He's taking the Denver in 7. Okay, so I like that championship pedigree. Sandy's taking the Thunder in 7. Okay. Jay's Thunder in 6. Yeller's taking the Thunder in 7. Man, I mean, this one's tough, man. It hurts me to say this because I'm kind of rooting for Denver to win this series, but I gotta go with OKC, man. I just feel like I have to take them. I just think that I would be like called an asshole if I didn't pick the Thunder to win this series, especially how good they've been. It's kind of like me. It's kind of like the Thunder and the Cavs. Like, you know how good these two teams have been all season, and you would just sit here and look like a dumbass if we just didn't pick them. Yeah, I just feel like I have to go with OKC, man. I do understand, and I do like 2 people over there picking Denver because I think Denver has some legitimate shot to win the series. But yeah, I just got to go with OKC, man. They've been that team all season long. And I really do hope Denver wins the series. I actually do hope I'm wrong because I want to see Denver. I want to see how far Denver can go because I kind of want that Denver versus Minnesota Western Conference Finals to see what kind of revenge Denver has for them. But I gotta go with OKC, man. I just think that they're just that team, man. They're just that team to beat in the Western Conference. This was a tough one for me, and I really am rooting for Denver to win this series, but it's possible, but. I just gotta go OKC. I would feel like people in the comments would call me a dumbass if I picked Denver. So, but I do like 2 people over there picking Denver, so that does relieve some confidence in them. But we'll see. I do think this one should be a good series. By the way, that's why I'm going Thunder in 7 because, like I said, I do think that Denver is capable of hanging around with OKC. But yeah, we'll see about that. And then our last second round matchup here, we got a good one, folks. We got the Golden State Warriors. We got the Minnesota Timberwolves. We have Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler as their new nicknames. If you guys haven't heard, are Batman and Robin. And I think Jimmy Butler actually named that. And then they're playing against the Minnesota Timberwolves, who beat the shit out of my Lakers in 5 games. And like I said, in the reactions video, I said that was probably one of the most embarrassing series that I think I could ever imagine of. But yeah, Minnesota, who would think that, and this doesn't happen so often in the NBA playoffs, who would think that it would be a 6 versus 7 seed matchup in the NBA's Western Conference in the second round, and the 6 seed has home court advantage? Wait, like seriously, when would you ever think about that? I wouldn't, because I was not expecting. I was expecting the Lakers to win this series. It would have been great if we had Lakers versus Warriors. Like, that would have been a good ass series. That probably would have been a series that everybody was going to pay attention to. And I saw this on X a couple days ago that since the Lakers have been eliminated from the playoffs, the viewership for the NBA playoffs have been way lower. I think it's been like 3,000 lower, which is absolutely crazy. So, but like I said, I gave a lot of credit to the Wolves in the first round. They look good. They kicked their ass. Golden State's coming off a very exciting 7-game series win over Houston. And I thought they played well. I thought they showed their championship pedigree in Game 7. They showed out their experience. So, I think this is going to be a good series. Ant-Man versus Steph. Julius Randle played well in the last series. Julius Randle versus Jimmy Butler. This is going to be a good series. For sure. I actually can't wait. Actually, I'm going to lock this in right now. This is going to be the best. This is going to be the most entertaining matchup in the entire second round. I will say that for sure. But, let's see what we got here, man. Let's see what we got. Cam's going first. He's taking the Warriors in 6. All right, Warriors in 6. We'll figure that out here in a moment. Garrett's taking the Wolves in. Never mind. He's taking the Warriors. He's taking the Warriors in 7. Aiden's taking the Wolves in 7 games. Bryce is taking the Warriors in 6. St. D's going Minnesota in 7. Okay. Chase is no, never mind. St. D's taking the Wolves in 6. Chase is taking the Wolves in 7. Okay, so that's why I meant that there. Yeller is taking the Warriors. He said he's taking the Warriors in 6 games here. Closes out on their home floor. This one's tough for me. Like Minnesota has just looked so good all season long. But at the same time, Golden State probably has more of that championship experience. But at the same time, the Wolves were just in the Western Conference Finals last year, and I'm pretty sure they have a whole bunch of experience now. I'm gonna say this goes to 7, and being played in Minnesota, I'm gonna go the T-Wolves. I'm gonna take them to 7, but you can make a legitimate argument that this series could go either way. And no matter how this goes, you just gotta be desperate. You just gotta be desperate, and you just gotta hope that whoever comes out of this series, especially if it's Minnesota, they'll probably have revenge against Denver if Denver advances. But we'll see. We'll get to there. We'll be back for the conference semifinals predictions once it's time that we get there. But for at the moment, this is it. So we have a good old guarantee here. Well, not no guarantee. We have a good old fashioned split here to end the second round. So yeah, we'll see what happens. So yeah, like I said, if you guys have already, make sure to like, subscribe more for me. Make sure to join the Discord. That's going to go ahead and end it for today's video. Like I said, we will be back for the conference semifinals. Make sure you guys come join me. I will be live tonight. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But anyway, I'm going to hop out, get this thing edited so you guys can watch it. This is BigRedNation.com. Peace out. Stay safe. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.